Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Stay with Coloring Bliss, and this is little Rose. She's wondering what I got, and I got a box from Scrawlrbox. I've always wanted to try out this subscription box. It's an art subscription box, and they were kind enough to send it to me, and I'm so excited to open it up, and then we're going to do some Inktober art with it. So let's check it out. I'm armed and dangerous and ready to open it up. Okay, Rose, let's open it up. Okay, there's some cool goodies in here. Now, I'm not sure which month they sent me, and I'm going to put some information up on the screen right now about the cost per month of the Scrawler boxes, and there's going to be information in the description all about how you can go get your own Scrawler box. But I do know one thing, this little girl wants to get down. She's not interested because there's no puppy treats in here. So I'm gonna put her down and then we'll show you what's inside. Come here, baby. Okay, let's take a peek. Well, this is actually a little torn up. Wonder if it got a little beat up as it was being shipped. First off, you get a treat. And it looks like I got these Haribo, I don't know how to pronounce it, little gummies. And you know, I can't eat gummies anymore. They hurt my teeth. I'm such an old woman. So I'll be giving these to my teenage son. He can eat them while he plays his favorite video game. He'll appreciate those. So bonus for the teenager. Okay, what else do we have in here? Like I said, this is kind of torn up, and oh, I see some paint. We've got some Van Gogh Cerulean Blue paint, watercolor paint. Very cool. Whoa, more paints. Fun. Pentel Correction Pen. Interesting. I've had one of these before, but it was not Pentel brand, and I did not enjoy it. So I'm excited to try the Pentel one. Cool. Okay, another tube of Van Gogh paint. This one is Prussian Blue. Oh, cool. And yellow, permanent lemon yellow. And we've got some brushes. Oh, number 12. Nice brush. And a number 2 round. Good. And 3 pencils. Let's see. This is a Koh-i-Noor. This is a water soluble, I'm sure, because it's got a water brush on it. Cool. And another one by Koh-i-Noor. And so 3 water-soluble brush pencils. And then we've got a piece of art, your inspiration art. That's beautiful. And it was done by Talens. And we've got our paper to experiment with. Oh, it feels nice. Okay, this is Bockingford watercolor paper. Cool. Okay, I want to learn more about these pencils that we got. These are the Koh-i-Noor Mondeluz watercolor pencils. These watercolor pencils have a high concentration of pigment and therefore an excellent durability and light fastness. And then these Royal Talens Van Gogh watercolor paint. I've heard of these before. I'm excited to try them. Cool. And then these are Seawhite white synthetic round brushes. Tapered white synthetic hairbrush. Very cool. All right. So I am planning on using these supplies for my next page of my Inktober art. And the prompt is angular. I'm going to get them out, swatch these all, and see what they do. Okay, so we have tried out all of the different art supplies that we were given, and I am letting the final supply, the Pentel Correction Pen, dry. Overall, I'm really impressed. I kind of wish that they had given me red, then I would have had 3 primary colors to play with my watercolors. But I've got 2 blues that are quite similar. Now the Koh-i-Noor pencils, they activated really easily with water, and I'm glad I've got a black that will be fun to play with. So we'll have some pops of yellow in my art, and then we can use the white, which is just as advertised, very opaque. Let me zoom in so you can see how opaque it went over that black alcohol marker, and it dried down really nicely, and it is not budging. Oh, that little puddle budged right there, so that hadn't quite dried yet, but the other ones are doing really good. So that's good to know. If you do a puddle, it may take a little bit longer to dry than the rest. Oh, sorry, bumped it there. All of the paints were able to lift off of this watercolor paper that I'm using, which has been working really good. So that's fun to know as well. All right, so now it is time to do some art. Like I said, we're going to do the next prompt for Inktober, and I am working in this sketchbook right here, which is some watercolor paper by Arteza, and I'm actually working on the back side of this watercolor paper. That's what I chose to do for Inktober. If you want to know more about my Inktober journey, make sure you're following me on Instagram, and there's a playlist of my Inktober videos that you can follow. There's a link to that playlist also in the video description, so check that out as well. So let us see what we can do. I'm going to do some sketching, and then we will dive in and add some color with what we've been given here in this Scrawlrbox. I think I'll do my sketching with the Koh-i-Noor water soluble pencil. That way whatever I hit it with will just automatically vanish away. And the prompt is angular, so let's do some angular lines here. Sometimes the actual line that you draw can be left behind. You can avoid that if you draw really lightly instead of doing hard pressure with your lines. But in this case, because of the design that I have in mind, I want some of that line to be left behind when I activate this with water. So I'm doing a little bit of pressure as I'm drawing these lines so that that hint of the line will be left behind when I activate. Okay, I'm reaching for my Microline Castle Art Supplies black pen. It's a permanent black pen, and that's one thing I didn't get in this supply box was any kind of black liner pen. So I need something to help me pop out some of these black lines and add some details. Okay, I'm not going to go over every single line. I want it to feel some depth to the piece, and that's what we're getting by leaving some of the lines feeling grayed out. I didn't want our spider to feel too creepy, so I left him nice and round. A round shape feels more childlike and approachable, friendly, almost feminine. And then I really like this deep blue that they gave us. Yep, that's the Prussian blue. So we're gonna make our spider that Prussian blue color. I think it'll pop away from the background really good. When you get a brand new brush, the bristles often have been treated to keep them at a good point. So you want to make sure you wash out the bristles really good. and wash away that treatment that's been given. I used to think that you could just crack that off. I actually thought that was kind of fun, but you can damage your bristles if you do that. So just gently wash that treatment away until the bristles are free and you're good to go. I want the top of him to be a little bit lighter, like he's got light hitting him. So I'm going to use a slightly dampened paper towel to lift a bit of that paint right off. And I want him to feel like he's in the same place. So I want in that highlight to have a bit of the yellow. Now he feels like he fits in my piece of art. Liking how all the greenery is looking. Lots of fun details. I just basically followed any spots of yellow or green and add a little bit of detail. Now let's go back up into the cobweb and address that. It's looking a little bit gray and a little bit sad now compared to the bright pops of yellow and green down here and our cute little spider. So I want to keep encouraging that pops of purple I was adding with this pencil here by Koh-i-Noor. So let's go in and add some more. Okay, I'd like to give my little spider kind of a purple hue as well. So he looks like he's the one responsible for our magical purple web, but every time I try to apply this purple from this pencil, it's reactivating the Persian blue from the watercolor. So I don't know if this is going to work. That Persian blue, or Prussian blue? Prussian blue is so strong, it's overpowering the purple from this pencil. So I think we'll leave him be. Just muddying up his belly now. Okay, in case you thought I forgot, I didn't. Time for the Pentel Correction Pen to give some nice highlights. So I need to tread lightly here. As we saw in my swatching here, it comes out really fast. So we got to be careful where we do this, but I definitely want to use it. So I may end up putting a little puddle on the palette here and see if we can use it that way. I don't know, let's see. Oh, we forgot to shake it. Definitely the better control is by using a brush, because the tip of this applicator here is just hit or miss whether you're going to get a puddle or a nice little line. So brush is the way to go. The next trick is going to be, can we clean the bristles of this and get it all out? Hand sanitizer is such a great all-purpose cleaner. Yep, that took it right out. Very good. Okay, here I was trying to see if I could mix a little bit of water into a big puddle of the correction fluid so that I could get some white splatters around on the page to get some highlight sprinkles across my page, and it's just gone to sort of a gummy mess. So yeah, white splatters with correction fluid is a no-go. So I'm going to take a minute and clean my brushes out, and we'll come up with another solution for some highlight splatters. Okay, here it is, the final piece that I came up with all the supplies that I was given in my Scrawlrbox. I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially like my charming little spider here on my page. Now, when you do get a Scrawlrbox, it gives you a prompt right here, and if I wasn't doing Inktober, I totally would have followed this prompt instead of my Inktober prompt. Being picky, I wish I had been given a red instead of 2 blues, but like I said, that's just me being picky. Now, this supply right here is probably the only one that I would say really isn't an art supply. This really belongs in the office supplies, not in an art supply. It dries too fast to be useful, and even with the little metal needle fine point tip, it still comes out too unpredictably to be that useful as an artist. If you're looking for a product that's a good opaque white for this kind of application, may I suggest something like this product right here. This is by Dr. P.H. Martin's. It's a really good opaque white that you can paint and work with, and it gives you time to actually do things with, and it doesn't muck up your brushes. And speaking of mucking up your brushes, they did get very messy, and I ended up having to take them to my sink and use my handy brush cleaner, which is this stuff here. It's basically a bar of soap inside this container, and I was able to wash them out successfully, and these brushes are going to be just fine, although they are permanently dyed blue from the beautiful dyes and pigments that are inside this beautiful watercolor paint that I was given. But that's no big deal, they'll still work beautifully. I highly recommend trying an art supply subscription box. It's such a great way to try new supplies and kind of get out of your comfort zone and get some great inspiration. So check out the links in the video description if you'd like to try a Scrawlrbox. So thanks again, Scrawlrbox, for sending this to me. It was so much fun. Make sure you hit subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Hit like button. Thanks for joining me, and have a wonderful, colorful day. Bye-bye, everybody.